Mr. President, millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples.
Bold take of the day, but this is an embodiment of why God says that women are not supposed to lead the church. So lesbian Bishop Miriam Budde, who is a prelate of the Episcopalian Church of DC, instead of using this amazing opportunity to preach the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ, instead chose to use her platform to push a woke leftist agenda and abruptly scold President Trump during the national prayer service. This nutjob is a puppet of Satan. She's not a bishop, she's an activist who clearly knows absolutely jack about scripture. She starts off by scolding the room about gay and transgender kids who are apparently so terrified that the evil orange Hitler is back in office. Let me make this very clear. There's no such thing as a transgender child. And if you are truly a messenger of Jesus Christ, you would know that God does not make mistakes. If he created you a man, you are a man. Period. That's non-negotiable. But obviously she disagrees with scriptures because of course her own relativist morality is higher than God's. Genesis 1:27. In the image of God he created him, male and female he created them. Leviticus 18:22. You shall not lie with a man as if it is a woman. It is an abomination. Romans 1:27. Men with men committing what is shameful and receiving in themselves the penalty of their error which was due. Jude 1:7. As Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities around them in similar manner to these, having given themselves over to sexual immorality and gone after strange flesh, are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. I could give you countless verses, Old and New Testament, concerning homosexuality, transgenderism, and cross-dressing, all forbidden by God. And of course, no one, especially myself, is free from sin. But to stand as a supposed mouthpiece of God and preach evil at the altar is like giving Jesus Christ the middle finger. Also, as I already stated, women are not supposed to teach the word in church. That's not my opinion. I didn't write that, God did. 1 Timothy 2:11 and 12. Let a woman learn in silence with all submission, and I do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a man. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that women are not permitted to spread the word, but they cannot stand at the head of the church, just like they're not supposed to stand at the head of the household. Those are the roles that the Lord assigned to us. Then she starts ranting about how we need illegal migrants to pick our crops and wash our dishes, which is kind of racist, by the way. Yeah, you know who else can do those jobs? American tax-paying citizens and legal immigrants. For fair wages, not paying some illegal who barely speaks English $2 an hour under the table. Bishop Budde gets even more cringe. Here she is back in 2020, wearing 4 masks, marching with the terrorist organization Black Lives Matter and complaining about police. Play clip.
Why did you want to come out here and send
their message? It is a message of a call for justice, for swift justice for George Floyd, for systemic justice for all brown and black people who have been under the knee of this country in ways that we have witnessed time and again. This is wrong. And this rising up, this spontaneous uprising of people, mostly half my age or younger, they're the ones we should be listening to.
And they're angry at the president.
They're so angry.
They're angry at the president. So what is your message to President Trump today?
Well, he should. I've given up speaking to President Trump. We need to replace President Trump. We need leadership that will lead us in the ways that this country deserves.
Thank you.
Notice almost nothing about God or Jesus Christ or prayer. It's all about herself and her political agenda. These are the wolves in sheep's clothing that Jesus warned us would come in the last days. And make no mistake, We are living in the end times. No one knows that day or hour, only God, but it's coming very soon. And on that note, I'll end with Matthew 6:13 through 15. Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go by it, because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves.